Hello everyone. Hope that you are all safe and sound at your home. And this pandemic of COVID is far away from you all. I know it is very difficult at this stage that everybody in this world is suffering from some or the other way. Some are affected directly by COVID. Many of them are affected by this COVID directly or indirectly. Our classes are also hampering, and hence we have taken a decision that we will go for an online classes. This is a recording for you all, and in this, we are going to learn about the new book that is been uh, prescribed to you by the board. I have a copy of it. I expect that you will also grab the copy at the earliest. And the board has made many of other arrangements also that the students should not be hampered by this COVID. And the PDF is also available, which has been forwarded on our group, and all those who have not got that PDF can contact to me directly or can avail it from your friends. So friends, this uh, textbook has some of the uh, things which are being discussed in the 11th standard also. The pattern is the same, and marking scheme, if there are any changes, those marking scheme changes will be told to you or conveyed to you. Till then, I hope that this COVID pandemic will come to an end and we will be talking face to face rather than going for online classes. Basically, if we go for this book, as it was in the last 11th standard also, this book is divided into four sections: prose, poetry, writing skills, and drama. And this is something about our textbook. This is the PDF which has been provided, and in this PDF, we come to know about the four sections which we are going to talk about. And here we can see the astrologer's day. The section 1 consists of the text which we are going to learn one by one. And one thing in common that you have seen is that this text has uh, three or four writers which are Indian. So it becomes a bit easier for us to understand the language. And section 2 is of poetry, and in this poetry also we have some nice and interesting poems. Some are short, some are a bit long, but these short poems or long poems, that doesn't mind, but if you go through this poem, you will come to know that these poems are very interesting. Thorough reading is required, that we will definitely do. And section 3, that is some writing skills, just like we had in the previous section. A writing skill is also very important. We have learned it, and in this writing skills also we will discuss one by one. And the section 4 is of drama. But even though the section is of drama, but we are going to learn a bit about the introduction of novel, what novel is, how novels are, what are the types and all. So let us go for the first part, that is section 1. Section was prose, An Astrologer's Day. It's a story by R.K. Narayan. A very interesting story. Uh, Wit and humor, as usual. That is the blend of that is the what we can say, the icon and the gist of the stories of R.K. Narayan. That is there. We are knowing R.K. Narayan from a long time, and You might have gone through the Malgudi days that were there on the television and all. And this astrologer day, in the next lecture, we are going to see about the detailed story about what Arkanarayan is trying to say in astrologer's day. And similar type of stories on saying please by A.G. Gardiner. He's talking about the etiquettes and manners what we have need to have, and the cop and the anthem, big data, big insight, the new dress, into the wild, why we travel, voyaging towards excellence. These are some of the interesting chapters which are being given to us by the board. I am thankful to the board for such selective choosing, where we have O. Henry, Virginia Woolf, Kiran Purandare, and Achyut Godbole. And section 2 is regarding the poems. We have 8 poems in general, and in section 1, as we had 8 chapters, similarly we have 8 poems in general over here. And the first poem is of Walt Whitman, Song of the Open Road. When you go through such this poem, you will come to know how beautifully this poem has been written, and it is motivating to all the young generation who are starting a new life. And similarly, that of Sarojini Naidu, we can say that Indian weavers. She has very beautifully presented the 3 stages of human life, how from the birth, the youth, and the death, how a weaver views everything. And in these 3 paragraphs, she has given the gist of life. So the poems are very interesting. I will not go through each and every detail of the poem right now because we will discuss them in the chapters also in the coming classes. And the section series 3 consists of summary writing. Summary writing in the writing skills. A paragraph will be or a story will be given to you, and you have to read it, and then you have to write about uh, the summary. Summary writing means, first of all, we have to understand what the story is all about, and then we have to write it down. These two things, the uh, understanding and writing, that comes when our 4 skills of LSRW, that is listening, speaking, reading, and writing, are completely or to a particular extent are utilized properly. Summary writing is a very meticulous work where nothing should be left and everything should be involved. And mind mapping is another thing which is very interesting one, new one to us. Do schools really kill creativity? Such type of chapter is there, because out of which we have to make a mind map. And as previously discussed in 11th standard, this mind mapping also helps us out in understanding a particular text or a poem or whatever concept is there with you. And we can correlate and relate through this mind mapping. Note making is also of the same type, statement of purpose, drafting a virtual message, and of course, group discussion. Group discussion, we all know nowadays it's a hot cake which has been used by everybody in the, especially for you people who are going to go for new appointments and jobs. This will be definitely helpful to you. And the last but not the least, the important factor, that is section 4, which was introduced to you last year, which is completely new but not new this year, because last year we learned about the genre drama and the various types of dramas, and what is a tragedy, what is a similar type of dramas. But this time we are going to talk about novel. And in this novel, we have To Serve with Love is a bit good extract from novel. And Around the World in 80 Days, this one is also an interesting one, Sign of Four. These 3 things, 3 novels, if it is possible for you at home, just for in a leisure time, if it is possible, read it. Read once, twice, that your interest that will interest in this novels, and the chapters will definitely increase. So this is an introduction to the contents that are there in this book, and I hope that this book will be of great help, and will be going through these chapters as early as possible. In these coming lectures, we will be going for an astrologer's day. Now it depends upon you that shall I teach you all the things line by line that we teach in the normal classes, or shall I just tell you the gist of the story and you will read it and then you will come up to me. And if it is possible, I hope that you will definitely go for reading the story before coming to the class or before going to this video, because if you read the chapter once or twice, that will help you out to understand the new words, and those words, if they are used properly, how the author has used it, what is a glossary and what is vocabulary. As I have told you, the difference between these two, the vocabulary and the glossary, if it is been uh, nicely understood, then the things will be very nice. So up till now, it has been, as I have told you, that you are expected to read the text at home. Self-learning will give you a clear idea before the explanation in class. So, just like an astrologer's day, if the story is read by you and if you read it once or twice, that will help you out to understand what the story means. I will definitely be there to explain it. The important thing, as we always emphasize in the class also, that the new word should be understood by using a dictionary. Dictionary is always required. If it is possible, go for the English to English dictionary. And if it is still difficult for you, then you can go for English to Marathi or whatever language you want. Note them down where in the chapter itself, where the word is there, underline the word and write the meaning of the word in whatever language you want to, so that once you read it without the words meaning, and the second time when you read, the meaning is with you, so that it will be more easy for you to understand. Poems are interesting provided you read it thoroughly, as I have told you earlier, that these poems can be more easy if you read it once, twice, recite. No need to recite, but at least twice or thrice if you read it. This poem, the meaning of it is given already in the introduction. Try to understand it, and then we will definitely explain it. Now, the new techniques, whatever we are talking about in these writing skills, also they will definitely enhance your expressing power, and drama section that will definitely take you to the voyage of the new realms. So, hope that this new way of learning and this new technique of understanding our textbook and the new way of making something new will be helpful to you. And I hope that if there are any doubts, you can definitely contact me. And the advantage of this class is that if you are not able to understand anything, you can repeatedly see these videos, as we are going to upload this on YouTube. So all the best to everybody, and thank you very much for listening to me, and hope that you will like the video on it on the YouTube. Thank you very much.